My name is Wilkinson Saul. I'm a freshman at Florida Atlantic University. I am a business major. I chose two elements, color and lines. For color, I wrote, brilliant, intense tones have utilized the skull. Organic product and the picture are totally painted utilizing the form of shading reds, oranges, yellows, and beige. Though the foundation is far cooler with tones of blue and green and warm connotations, the difference helps the item stick out and give an eye-getting, striking appearance. In lines I chose behind the scenes, there are no genuine blueprint except for the four vertical line sections. Fine dark diagrams are utilized to characterize most of the articles. The natural product is illustrated utilizing the solidarity of the dark lines, causing it to show up very level. However, around the container, the skull, the lines shift greater power width to help recommend profanity and weight.
Hi, my name is Amelia Shartino, a first year student at FAU under the major of psychology. My art that we chose in our group was the bull skull fruit pitcher from the Cleveland Museum of Art from Pablo Picasso. We chose this image because it had a lot of the formal elements within it. There was a lot of colors and just a lot of different things to look at to pick apart as a group, so we thought it'd be a good option for the artwork. The element that I chose was texture, and the example that I can give is in the bull skull. If you look at it, there's a lot of cracks and lines and everything within the art, and like the colors that he used described the texture very well. Gave the illusion that it was a real skull, because without those lines it would just look white and empty and plain. So I thought that that was a really good formal element to choose. I also feel like the way that it relates to my major is because psychology is about figuring out the human mind and understanding why people are the way they are. And Pablo Picasso, when he painted this artwork, it was right after the death of his mother and the fall of Spain where he was living at. So I feel like the colors themselves, they're very deep but dark in a way. So it's almost like dreary. I guess it could represent how he was feeling.
Geometric forms and shapes are prominently featured in this painting. In keeping with the Cubist style, the form is suggested on things like the tablecloth with the use of high contrast tones to help distinguish that there's folds in the tablecloth. The skull has a three-dimensional feel due to the level of detail that has been used to capture its details, such as the attention from the light source, which you can see at the above of the painting, which helps shine light and give the skull more of a texture.
Hi, my name is Severin Scott. I am a freshman in Florida Atlantic University's business program. My group and I came to a conclusion on a piece of artwork by finding the most interesting and appealing piece we could find. That piece is the Bull Skull Fruit Pitcher by Pablo Picasso. This piece was painted on January 29th, 1939 and is 85.7 by 117.2 by 7 centimeters. The formal element that I will be describing is pattern. The background is divided into triangles as there are shadows and tones on the tablecloth. These angular patterns contrast with the following ones used to decorate the jug. Small stippled brushstrokes have been used to decorate the tree in the background and help it stand out. To me, this is just like studying business and working towards my degree, because there will be difficult times, but in the end, it will all be worth it. Sometimes you have to experience the bad to know the good. But even when times get tough, everything will be okay in the end, just as the tree is sprouting in the moonlight.
I'm Henry Schave and I'm currently attending FAU as a junior majoring in architecture. The artwork that we chose as a group was Bull Skull Fruit Pitcher Painting created by Pablo Picasso in 1939. Picasso thickly applied layers of paints using different paintbrushes like thin and thick ones to define the artwork. By doing this, it made for the painting to be a Cubist style. Along with that, the background is divided into triangles, which allows for a lot of contrast throughout the painting. Where the tablecloth is located, the pattern allowed for dark tones. The pattern flows in with the jug, and that allows for a shadow. This allows for everything to stand out. I think the pattern that he used in the artwork will be useful in architecture because it allows for me to think different combinations, which can be applied to be most effective when designing a building.
My name is Victor Sardone. I'm a sophomore in pre-business, planning a major in finance. Thanks to the Cleveland Museum of Art opening its collection to public access, I was able to immerse myself in a multitude of artworks via the clevelandart.org website. The artwork my group chose for this project was a bull skull fruit picture painting from the Picasso collection. This oil-on-canvas piece was made in 1939 by the highly revered Pablo Picasso and measures 85.7 by 117.2 by 7 centimeters on display. Now, as we can see here, in regards to the formal composition of this painting, it is observed in a studio setting, and the painting is a staged classic still life, painted in a Cubist style. The objects chosen are because they are interesting and arranged on a tabletop. As we can see, they fill the canvas and there is very little background detail. The background is divided into geometric shapes and window panes, and as we can see here, a centrally placed tree. Now, in regards to my major, I find it very interesting on why this museum chose this exact painting in regards to its price and what it cost to be able to get this painting exactly from Picasso. Did they get it from himself, or did they have to go through vendors?